People, welcome to attempt number 2 of recording the Clygro Podcast episode number 34. Um, basically, I forgot to plug in my phone because I'm recording this with my phone. And yeah, I sort of forgot that it needed charging. This is why you should have a really intrusive, obstructive battery warning after you go below some battery percentage, and it goes away when it's charging. Maybe I should do that with Syhuu. Oh, that's a genius idea. Um, like seriously, why does it have to be um to what's the word? Just not noticeable. I don't think my Android actually gives me warnings since I've made it like automatically turn on battery saver mode. God, don't ask me. But yeah. What else? Yeah, so yeah, I guess that's a Syhuu feature for these Syhuu enhanced Mate desktop or whatever it's gonna be called. The enhanced Syhuu Mate desktop. Oh, God knows. That's what I'm gonna be calling it, something like that. Because it's gonna have quite a bit of enhanced features, as the name suggests, such as the low battery warning I was just talking about. Because it'd probably be a good idea to add to that. I've already got a script that vaguely does that. The only problem with it is it keeps going even if it's plugged in. So if you get rid of that problem of it keeps going when it's plugged in, you could easily fix have just add it. I mean, I've already got basically most of it functional. It definitely does the job. It just needs to be um what's the word? It just needs to not warn you when it's charging, and then you've got it. Yeah, that was not a topic I was gonna do, but I'm just saying it's a genius topic theme. No, seriously, I am really excited to work on, Syhuu. Um, I mean, Syhuu, even though I don't really work on it right now, hopefully that'll change in the nearish future. Um, even though I'm not working on it now, well, I said I have done like a, sort of like advertising thing. Um, suppose, um, but yeah. So, should I talk about some of the features? 'Cause I'm not actually sure I've talked about it properly. So I guess there's some new features I'm planning to add someday. Don't expect them in the first major release though, because they're a bit ambitious. One of the features is I don't really know what the exact term would be. I did come up with um I guess internal installer might be the best way to describe it. What's an internal installer? You might be asking. This is actually thing. An internal installer is an installer, but instead of it being on a USB flash drive or a disk drive of some sort, it's on the built-in internal storage, whether that may be SSD, hard drive, IDE to SATA, SSD, IDE, SSD, whatever. That NVMe.m.2, whatever that. You just get this installer application. That's the main obstacle, I'd say. And it resizes your partition to be a bit smaller, just enough for the ISO to be there, and then you can pick whatever you want to do with the installer. So you installed it or something. Yeah, that's because as far as I'm aware, I've not seen really anyone actually do that. And it's like, why not? Sounds like a good idea, because say you're on like a 2011 MacBook Pro, it's got USB 2 still. It might be on. Oh yeah, okay. So it's gonna be slow, but if you put an SSD in it, like what I've done, it can be quite fast. However, the installations can be limited by the slow USB 2.0 speeds. How do you solve that? Well said. You have an internal installer, and then boom, you have a quick and easy install. I think I could actually already technically quite easily do that on macOS, because with some disk utility stuff, I think you can literally just achieve exactly that. So, just saying, very much is possible. So if you had, like, let's say you had just one partition, you'd split it up into two, well, three really. So you'd have one for the installer. That could be like less than 4 gigs really. It doesn't need to be that big. Then you have the bit you want to install to, and then you have your macOS partition, for example. And yeah, that's sort of what I want to do, really. That'd be quite cool. Thing is, I'm not going to get much like Apple users really, so I have to target Windows more or less. But yeah, thank God there's a pause feature on this camera. I just sneezed. But yeah, that's probably one of the biggest features I want to try and get in there. But yeah, if you aren't aware of some other features I want built-in Windows and Android application support. So in other words, I'm going to have Waydroid and Wine pre-installed. I'm going to try and target a couple of architectures. I think from launch it will only be x86 and x64, AMD64, whatever you want to call it. That x86, 64, whatever. Those are probably likely going to be the supported architectures from launch, and then I'm going to do like ARM, PowerPC, RISC-V, whatever else there is, MIPS. I believe that's why you got Spark. I think I've not really touched into other architectures that much, but just saying, definitely out there. Yeah, so hopefully that sounds a bit more Now, I mean, to be fair, it doesn't sound that exciting until you remember I'm going to be going for an Arch. It's going to be Arch based, where Arch only officially supports x86-64 nowadays. Of course, it used to be 32-bit, x86 port. Because I mean, it was first versions from 2002. That's before AMD and Intel really did consumer 64-bit CPUs. So yeah. What else is there to say? I mean, oh yeah, of course, the video recap I've been avoiding. Yeah. Okay, let's go on to the things. So since the last episode, I've got the Mac Mini G4 Adventures episode 2, where I actually turn on the Mac Mini. You can see that in frame. Let me just do that. Bing, you can't see it. After that, new CPU for the Clygro PC, which, for those unaware, it's a Ryzen 3 3200G. And then the next video is more problems. Clygro PC update number, God knows, 3, I think. There's one like from the. I don't know, maybe that's not really a Clygro PC thing. It's got a comment on the first one. Yeah. Spoiler, I bent like 4 of the pins on the Ryzen 3 3200G. None of them have fallen off, but they are bent. After that video, I had to go on about talking about the Airport Extreme card, and basically I realised I can put it in my eMac. I can put it, well, it's from my PowerBook G4, but I can put it in my eMac. It works. And funnily enough, it's the same sized slot as the thing for the hard drive, well, the storage devices in the Mac Mini G4, which I just find funny. And then after that, it's Hug Your Cute Blowy, or Blow High, or however you pronounce it. I just don't know. I know it's not Blahatch, as I said in the actual video. Yeah, where I just show off them. I don't really hug them because I can't really do it on camera. So I'm a one-person operation. So I sort of just stroke them instead. What else is there to talk about? Is there any more interesting comments? It looks like it. Publisher responded just blank screen with an app version promos. Well, beautiful, blah blah. Seriously, I swear some of these comments are just stupid. Like I'm pretty sure they're just like quite a lot of these comments are just straight up bots because they're so weird. There are some more reasonable ones, like one asking, how can I use this on 9.3.5 without showing a blank screen when selecting out version? That's pretty much almost certainly a real person. But the one from Clygro Podcast episode 31 is promo SM in quotes. And I think these are bots that are using the YouTube generated auto captions and just randomly quoting stuff. And that's my theory of what's going on. I haven't checked it. And I might not, unless it's like on a short video where I can easily find out if that's the case. Although I believe they do update over time sometimes, so might be a bit of a problem. There's one that's just yay, another one that's keyboard, one says informative and educational, and then another that says I remember you. But potentially. there's one that's in a Cyrillic language. I think I don't know, what does it say? Oh yeah, what's the real benefit of using Bastion? I heard they have Bitcoin cryptocurrency, but should I trust it? What? That's not even in English. One that says drop in support, which is why I think it's like a bot, because that sounds like exactly so I know it'll be from generated YouTube captions. And then it's like ones that are like, why do you talk so unbelievably slow? This no longer works. Reaper, wish I had an arm actually free to install macOS, to install OS X. Puma, those all seem real, I'd say. Can you download apps on here? Yeah. There are quite a lot of these ones before. It's not the same person. You need to change to LCD FM broadcast. I don't think so. I'm pretty sure they've both got pictures. Yeah, they're not the same person. Yeah, it's just random channel that's got like a few 100,000 subscribers or something like that, I think. Yeah, there's a lot more. I think there's more recent comments that I think are bots. Like it shows my comments I put. But yeah. Sorry about the camera angle. As I said, it's what? Murder drones. Nah, it's literally just a weird raccoon. What else is there to talk about? What is there to talk about? Top 10 questions of all time, right there. Oh yeah, I'm running out of storage on my phone. The phone I'm filming this with. Currently, on the main bit of storage, according to the camera, because it shows me this, it's got 2.1 gigs. Oh, it just went down to 2.8 gigs. At the start, it had about 4 gigs. So, just saying, you've got your 2 gigs roughly worth of me so far. Amazing. Yeah, instead of measuring videos in times, in seconds and minutes and hours and whatever, we should just measure our videos in gigabytes. That's totally a great method. It totally won't change depending on format of the video, you know, what bitrate, what resolution, and blah 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 blah. Just saying, what codec, whatever. But let's ignore that piece of information and just measure our videos in gigabytes. Yeah. Trying to think of things to say. Not sure. I'll be back in a sec. Okay, I guess I should try and talk about a little video I sort of attempted to do last night. Well, I say attempted, I didn't actually record any of it because I sort of went to check whether my what's the word? Oh my god. Whether it just worked in the first place. Basically, I was going to see whether I could make a mountain lion Hackintosh. I sort of just very quickly rushed it. There might actually be a way to do it. From my research, I couldn't be bothered to work out what they meant exactly. I think I meant modify the ISO, but I'm not certain. If so, not a big deal. I've got, just a Mac that's on the same version that I can use, so that's not a problem. But yeah, I was attempting to Hackintosh my laptop with Mountain Lion, just for fun, really. basically doesn't serve much of a practical purpose, although technically it could. I'm just saying, for now at least, for the foreseeable future, potentially. You never know. Ooh. I don't know, you might actually see me doing some sort of Hackintosh thing, because I've never actually done a Hackintosh, believe it or not. Will I? Potentially. I do have sort of a reason to do it. Sort of. But yeah. What else is there to say? Oh yeah, let's go back to storage. Yeah, so, for those unaware, got Razor phone. It's got 64 gigs of built-in storage, which I've almost used up, because I've got 1.6 gigs available on there so far, as of right now. Yes, I'm running out of storage. Might be asking, oh, what's filling it up? Probably just mostly apps, really. Cause that's basically all I have on it, really, is apps and then photos. There shouldn't really be any videos. But yeah. What else? And yeah. So on the SD card, I've used almost all of it as well. Slightly less, I believe I've got about screenshot yesterday. 54.95 gigs. Yeah. The storage is being almost used, so I'm planning to get 512 gig micro SD card, and then an additional 448 gigs of storage, because we've got minus the 64 gig SD card for the amount of storage gained, So yeah, I don't really have much else to talk about. It's a bit of a longer episode, in more recent terms, I mean. And I know there's quite a lot of episodes that are significantly longer. I mean, it's the first longest since episode 30, but I'm not beating episode 30 because that's 48 minutes long. 23, 35, 46, 21, 28, 16, 29. Oh, hour and 16. Oh, actually, loud motorbike, because that's required. I didn't give any numbers. Apologies. Let's get into that. So, I'm doing this on YouTube Studio again, on the mobile app, which is horrible. A week ago was today's 25th, so it'll be the 18th. So I'll say the 18th as well, because that day wouldn't have been counted. I got 94 views on the 18th. On the 19th, 73. On the 20th, 50. On the 21st, 76. On the 22nd, 113. On the 23rd, 58. And on the 24th, 49. Those are the numbers. And so far this month, I've got quite a lot of views. 2,171 is that number. Last month, I got 2,261. So currently, only 90 views behind. I think I can pretty safely say I can reach, beat last month in terms of views, as I can still got quite a few days of the month remaining. Got today, which is the 25th. We've got tomorrow, 26th. The day after, 27th, 28th, 29th, 30th. So you've still got 7 days in total for the numbers, because today there's no numbers for today until tomorrow. It's a day behind. Yes, I hope you enjoyed that. All my stuff. Clygro.cc. Goodbye.